Jobs with aura. That is what we're going to be talking about today, okay? And if you are a long-time viewer of the channel, you know I made a video very, very similar to this a long time ago, okay? Back then, we didn't even have shelves. Bro, that was the hustle days, bro. I couldn't even afford shelves, let alone stuff on the shelves, bro. We've changed. We got like, I think this was before like even 100,000 subscribers, bro. It's been long enough to the point that I can justify doing a little bit of a remake, bro. I was going to call this Volume 2. This one might just be a remake because looking back on it, I made a lot of mistakes. Like here's one. I included the entirety of military together. Like the entirety of it. I said engineers and people who do on the hub, okay? Those people have the same level of aura. Brother, I was a rookie back then, bro. My auraologist degree was not quite at full power. Because now I would have taken a completely different route, okay? Because in this video, we're going to be going through jobs like being a head chef, an engineer at Anduril, to an oil rig worker, and of course, working in animal control. And we are going to be ranking these jobs on how much aura they have, okay? I like to think that somebody's going to watch this video and be like, yup, I'm going to do this now. If that makes you do a better thing, by all means, take this advice. But with all that out of the way, if you want to support this, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 300,000 subscribers. We're on track. It's going to be really, really close. We've also started streaming. I'm trying to do a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday streams. You guys just come in, hang out. I'll play some games, do some Q&As, have fun with y'all. That's kind of the plan that we're doing. But all you got to do is, hit the bell icon, press all. You have to press all to get notifications for live streams. I didn't know that until somebody explained it to me. So hit the bell icon, hit the all one, and let's get to 300,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. Let's go. Head chef. Bro, let me tell you something right now, man. If you lead in being like, yeah, baby, I'm a cook. I'm a cook. The problem is, bro, is cook versus chef low-key kind of sounds like a slur versus a genuine compliment. What do? I'm a cook. Bro, why does that hit really hard? Listen here, cook. Like, bro, why does that kind of low-key kind of hurt my feelings, bro? If you call me, oh, he a chef. Bro, I feel the aura right there, bro. Yes, chef. Like, maybe it's like a power thing. I've been watching The Bear, and low-key, bro, hearing people say, yes, Seth, bro. Bro, I'll be feeling pretty good about myself, being like, Seth, what do you want me to do? Go dice the onions, bro. Go dice the onions. Rinse the cucumber. I just be saying stuff, just like, hey, directive, verb, now, go. And then they say, yes, Seth, and I'm like, damn right, yes, Seth. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. It just it just has that. It demands respect, bro. What do? I'm the head chef at a fine establishment. What is that establishment? Applebee's. I'm not even going to judge you then, bro. You're a head chef at Applebee's? Gee. Bro, I'll come in. I want to see the fruits of your labor. Okay, tell them cooks to get back to work, dude. I don't know what it is, bro. Being a line cook, you're going pretty low aura. If you're a head chef, bro, I'm going to be real here. In terms of old jobs, high mid. High mid going in the high aura, bro. I think that's actually a pretty fair take, bro. But no. It doesn't even matter where you're at. If you're like a chef at like a fine restaurant, like, bro, let me tell you something. I went to a fancy restaurant, dude, and let me tell you something. I don't know what it is. Do you know how I know maybe I'm a pretty down-to-earth guy? Because it doesn't matter how good I do in my career. Low-key, every single time I enter an expensive restaurant or an expensive store, they look at me and say, here's the discount section. Girl, what are you talking about? I will go to that discount section. Like, I don't know what it is. Every time I enter, they just assume I have to go to the discount section, and I'm over here like, well, you're right. But like, why you gotta cut that deep on me? Why you gotta do me like that? You go into a fancy restaurant, they're over here like, first time? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Yes, but like, what do you mean by that? Like, I feel very profiled right now, and I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like the chef, though, like, you know what I've always wanted to do? I've always wanted to, like, get, like, sangria turned, bro, and then call out the head chef of an Olive Garden and be like, let me give my thanks to the chef, and then just give him a good fat tip, bro. Just get him. Don't tip the chef. Don't tell me what to do. Like, low-key, bro. Y'all wonder, why don't you get, why do you never do anything like that? But for the viewers, why? Because, bro, if you think my rants are bad now, dog, you get me a little bit turned. Okay, no, we have a problem, bro. I'll keep it in mid. This is going on for a bit too long. A plumber. Let me tell you something, dog. If me and you are training like at the gym, if me and you are training at jiu-jitsu, boxing, any of that, and I find out you're a plumber, dog, you're my best friend. You're my best friend, bro. Me and you are thick as thieves, man. We're taking on the world together, bro. Me and we ain't never gonna be separated. But I'm calling in some favors, okay? Understand this, man. If I need some help in plumbing, I will hook you up with whatever you want, dog. You want a little bit of this, you want a little bit of that, I'll hook you up. But bro, let me tell you something, bro. Okay, white collar dudes are kind of chill because a lot of them are kind of like D&D. They have like an autistic obsession that they're low key they keep themselves. Blue collar people are also really cool because they got very, very practical skills and they have autistic obsessions, but you kind of have to dig for it. I see my analytics. Most of you are over the age of 25. I'm younger than you, unk! Okay, that all being said, bro, listen, to all the plumbers out there, linemen, we're going to be talking about electricians in a second. I'm going to glaze y'all. But, listen, plumbers, man, here's another thing, bro. How does it make you feel that, like, there's, like, a married couple or, like, a boyfriend and a girlfriend that are getting into a fight, and there's, like, plumbing's all fucked up, bro, and this girl being like, I'm gonna go call the plumber. And then the dude gets all insecure because his girl has to call another man to fix the pipes. And she's over here like, babe, it's not that serious. And then you walk in through the door. Like, I want to ask you guys, to the plumbers in my audience, when you guys walk into a household and it's like a boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, or like a married couple, do you get the energy that the dude wants you out of the house as quick as possible? Like, genuine question. Like, what would I do in that situation? Bro, me and you are talking. I'll hang out with the plumber. Dog, I want to learn. That's the problem, bro. You think you're coming in here trying to hit on my woman? No, bro. You stuck with me because I want to talk to you. Bro, we're going to have little autistic obsessions all day. I'm going to distract you from work, man. It's like, well, I'm paid by the hour. Brother, I can pay you. That sounded bad. But I'm sorry, bro. I'm going to put the plumber one. Honestly, bro, high, low, high, bro. Blue collar gets a little bit of a bonus for practicality reasons. A manager at a store. I was gonna say like a supermarket, but like Walmart, Costco, Gordon's, Target, like all of these places, bro. Let me tell you something, man. Okay, I was with a chick that was like, I don't know if she was, I don't know if she was a team lead or a manager. It was one of those. Brother, she had stories, and her stories were absolutely insane. I would be like, tell me more. Tell me how you once stopped a man breaking in here with needles, and he threatened to hit you with what would be, I don't know if I can say it, but a substance that if it even, like, makes, like, contact with the air around you, you just absolutely get eviscerated. Like, you're gone. Just smoke, skedaddled. Gabanja. And then she would tell other stories of being like, hey, I think I saw somebody that was no longer with us today. Huh? Babe, what? Okay, like the truth is, bro, you will have some stories, okay, if you talk to a team lead or a manager. Bro, when I worked at Walmart, the person who owned the store was the most dripped out effer that I've ever seen. He's over here pulling up with $300 pairs of boots. Okay, he's coming in with the fancy polo. He's either wearing Prada or some fancy polos with some $80 jeans, and he's like, yo, Ethan, I need you on this. And I'm over here, yes, boss. And now I'm over here like, who's talking now? Not really. I actually really like the guy. He's a cool guy. Never really had a problem with him. He was chill. Bro, team leads at a local store. The problem is it rains quite a bit, but imagine being the person that they call to deal with the Karens. I'm going to put you in mid aura. I think that's a fair take, just because you're the one that deals with the Karens. An engineer at Anduril or literally Lockheed Martin or any of these, bro. I used to train with one. He was an aerospace engineer, and he was like, yeah, bro, I'm going to try to get a contract with NASA. He did not get a contract with NASA, or he got a contract with NASA, and then mysteriously started working on mysteriously safe drones. Bro went to the bro channeled the dark magic of Lockheed Martin, bro. This man came in here and was like, "Hey, yo, bro, I make things that hit other things while they're in the air," and I'm like, this man right here, bro. God bless America. And dude, I think this is my inner America speaking, bro. I was watching like a JRE episode where they were interviewing like the CEO of Anduril. And what I mean by Anduril, that's literally the name of the sword that the Ranger from Lord of the Ring uses. It's a arms dealing company. They make literal weapons of mass destruction, and he named it after a weapon in Lord of the Rings because he said it was cool. This man has a military-grade Game Boy just because he wanted to make one. He had to program his own version of Tetris to run on it. Brother, I'm sorry, this is a nerd, but I would love to hang out with this man and pick his brain. Absolutely no question, bro. But I don't know what it is. I feel like if you're an engineer at like one of these companies, I low-key think you're a chill guy, but I also think you got to be real low-key with how you're saying things, man. You got to be real low-key. But at the same time, dude, you're walking in being like, what do you do for a living? You don't want to know. And then you're just loaded. I'm going to be real, man. It has this mysteriousness to it. I'm putting it at high, probably max aura. I'm going to put it in max aura, bro. I kind of have to do that. Animal control. Bro, maybe I was having these thoughts at not a good time. If you think about it, bro, animal control is just real life witchers, bro. Like, Geralt of Rivia would be a member of animal control. I want you to think about this, man. No. I was like, what do you mean by that? They're just catching animals. Bro, imagine you're a member of, you're just over here minding your own business, okay? Life is good. And then, boom! You see Rocky the Raccoon come out with some rabies. And he's over here like, why do you think he has rabies? Dog! He's a raccoon, and he's making noises like this. Like, dude, we gotta put that thing down now. But you don't want to do it because you ain't built for that mess, bro. So you call in the modern day witchers talking about, we need to call in a witcher. Come, we have Rocky the Raccoon. He's going rabid. And he takes anabolics. And then they come in there to go deal with Rocky the Raccoon. And these two guys that are over here like, bro, let's deal with this thing. And instead of whipping out a silver or a steel, they're over here with a net, throw it over him. They're over here dragging him into the car because somebody decided to juice up a raccoon. And also, did you know down in Latin America, they will suit up raccoons with anabolics in order to get them jacked, and they start beating up pit bulls? That's a whole other story that we can get into at some other time. But brother, I'm sorry. Members of animal control, modern day witchers. However, their aura does not reflect this, and I really hope that people will give them this respect because they're bottom of mid. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. But I was trying to give you as much respect as I could. McDonald's employee. Dude, and let me just tell you something, dog. I will try to give as much respect as I possibly can to the workers at a fast food restaurant. Y'all will wrong me, treat me like I'm in the wrong side of an abusive relationship. I'm sorry, bro. If I pull up and I have to wait 30 minutes for a drink, dog, I understand I've been blessed in life, so I try not to let the anger take over, bro. That's old Ethan. New Ethan is a bit more temperamental. But at the same time, dog, it's a drink! Okay, anyways. But I will never try to be mean to a member of customer service because I remember that grind from back in the day. But it did take me 30 minutes! But I get it. I really do get it. But where I'm not going to unleash my wrath on you, I am going to deck it down on the aura. A whole lot. And maybe, I think the memes did it too, bro. Like, I'm sorry, put fries in the bag puts you in generational aura dead, gang. You are cooked. I'm sorry, bro. I'm going to put this in none. Literally none. I just needed somebody to put in none, and you were the one that's going to do it. Waiters and waitresses. Let me tell you something, bro. The greatest compliment that you can ever be given as a man is when a waitress gives you her number. Let me tell you something, dog, okay? Like, if I'm given the number of a waitress, and it's a gal that I would not normally try to be with, okay? You're getting a text back from me, bare minimum, okay? I'll give you a call. Like, how do I tell this story? I've told this story on stream before. Okay, let me tell you, bro. I went to an Olive Garden for we had to celebrate 100,000 subs. I got absolutely turned off my rocker, bro. Literally, sangria enters my body and happiness emanates off of it, bro. I'm 2 pizzers deep, bro. 2 pizzers deep, and I'm over here like, life is good. I love you guys. I love you guys. Like I start turning into that. I become a huggy guy. I become very, very jolly. But then I'm like, bro, let me tell you who controls everything. Like, we can't do that here. But like stuff like that. But that ends up happening. And then I remember this chick was like low-key kind of flirting with me the entire time, and I knew something. I was a victim, bro. I was a victim because, and not of her, but this is what I mean, dog. Okay, every single waiter and waitress, like before I even started, slipping, were eyeing me up and down like I was a fresh piece of lunch meat, bro. Okay, listen, I was a nice spicy piece of beef jerky being surrounded by Kangles, bro. Okay, I didn't know what was going on. And then they took my ID. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. They literally grabbed my ID and said, we need to do a double check in the back. That has never happened to me before in my life. I have no clue what was going on. And then people started acting real chummy around me. Okay, like real chummy. And then, listen, I've been flirted with before. Dog, they were laying it on thick. It was rough. Bro, like, it was like, I'm over here, like, again, a victim, by the way. Brother, I just remember on the drive home, literally going into my fanny pack and being like, what is this piece of paper? Oh. Gee, bro, I got game. That's what I kind of realized here. It didn't end up going anywhere. She's a nice girl. But I still think about that. Like, what were y'all trying to do? They might have been fans. I've ran into a few of you guys, and like, there's only a few things that you guys can do. Don't run up on me and hug me, and if you call me bud, we are scrapping. Those are the only 2 things. Don't do those 2 things, and then we're gonna be cool. If you call me bud, we scrapping. I'm sorry. Where was I when we're looking at waiters and waitresses? Listen, they have a baseline low aura. And I do kind of feel bad, but I try to... Okay, but you guys get tipped, like, so well, bro. Like, me personally, I try to tip you guys as good as I possibly can. And, frankly, like, also, do I... No, I don't even really hit on... No, sometimes I do hit on the waitress if I feel that there's a flame going on. But in that case, I'll put it at low. I'll put it on low for now. Working in the church. This one has, like baseline high... But sometimes it can range very... Okay, baseline high, but you could be a really bad person. Like, I'm sorry, bro. If there was any other occupation that had the stereotype that working in the church does, that job would not exist. Like, I want you to think about this, bro. Like, the stereotype around working in, like, religious orders are so bad that if it were any other occupation, that occupation would be gone. And yet they're still here. And there's like obviously I get it. I really do get it. Bro, that is such a rough stereotype to get hit with. Like, you look at a lawyer, and lawyers have the stereotype that they're evil people, but they get paid. Bro, you're working in the church, you're celibate, and you still get hit with those stereotypes. That's insane. But some of y'all do it. I'm going to put it baseline high for obvious reasons. But I kind of have to put it there. Being a teacher... This one's tough. Because here's the truth, bro. Being an educator, I think you guys deserve a good baseline level of respect. But at the same time, dog, some of y'all do ruin it for the rest of them. Like you're talking about, it's like, we're not paid enough. You're not. I 100% agree with you. But like, some of y'all do flex tenure, like absolutely insane, bro. Like, you guys do get off majority of summers. And like here's the truth. Like, I think you guys should be paid more for how long you go to school. But then there also comes a point where I'm kind of like... Some of y'all do milk this a little bit too much, bro. Like, okay, like, calm it down. Like, y'all expect the same level of grace that, like, firefighters get. And I'm like, no, I think firefighters deserve a little bit more respect than you. And law enforcement deserves a little bit more respect than you. Teachers kind of want to throw themselves in there in the same conversation as, like, this is going to sound bad. I put teachers in the same conversation that I put, like, nurses. And I hold nurses fairly high, but, like, what I mean by fairly high, I'm talking, like, B. Like, B tier. Like, A tier's, like, Like B tier level of importance. Okay, maybe not even that. Honestly, I might knock down teachers just a little bit more. Dude, yeah, I think teachers. What am I saying, bro? Nurses do go above teachers, bro. I'm gonna put it in like, honestly, this is gonna sound bad, but like bottom of mid. Bottom of mid, honestly, bro. I'm a teacher. That's dope. I'm happy for you. And we're going to have a conversation talking about it. But at the same time, you are starting here and you have to work your way up. That's how I look at it. A detective. Dog. You're instantly the coolest guy. I trained jiu-jitsu with a detective, and let me tell you something. Do you know how he knew he was a detective? One of the first things he said to me is, "Hey, my name's blank. I'm a detective." Okay. I see how it is. I'm not going to out-aura farm you. I'm just not. But I am going to settle this on the mat. Anyways, we'll get to that when we get to the therapist portion of the video. But brother, I'm sorry, detectives have a baseline. They're at the max aura already. If you say, brother, and they know it too, they'll open up as I'm a detective. Like, dog, understand this. Whenever I'm having a conversation with somebody, I'll never be the person to say, oh yeah, I make videos for a living. You have to get that information out of me because I don't want to make it weird. Because I'll admit it right now. There are certain people that are like, oh yeah, that's really cool, dude. And that's all I need. I don't even need you to be like, that's really cool. I just, give me the head nod. That's all you need to give me. I don't like when people play it as like, oh, that's cute. I don't like that. That's where it gets kind of annoying to me. But that's all. That's a whole other rant. Detectives can little bro me though. A detective can little bro me. Max aura, no question. Being an author. Let me tell you something, bro. There are a lot of people. It's kind of like there's a lot of people that are an author being like, do you have any idea how difficult it is to get published? Is it really that difficult though? Like, there's a lot of books that get published, and I have absolutely no clue how they got published, bro. And it's like, what type of author? Like, authors will put themselves, like, it has to be, like, it's kind of like, oh, I'm an actor. An actor in what? Like, there's a world of difference between being an actor and an actor, bro. I'm an author versus, like, technically, I'm an author. I wrote a few short stories on a blog once, and before you say, oh, well, that's not an author. Brother, I have seen people make one story on No Sleep and put author in their bio. I have seen that. And here's the truth. Put yourself out there. There is a level. That's like me calling myself a thought leader. I am a thought leader. I influence people. Brother, I think influencer is one of the most cringe labels I have ever heard. What do? Brother, I just say random stuff into a mic and people clap. That's it. Or roast me. Either way, I would actually be more comfortable with that, frankly. Listen, man. When I'm looking at an author, I'm roasting y'all, but you guys get a little bit of, you guys have high because it skews high. But like, brother, like somebody who writes one story on Reddit calling himself an author is like a chick that is on OF, posts one picture of her toes calling herself an entrepreneur. Let's just be so for real here, Stacy. That ain't you, boo. I'm sorry, I'm putting it in high. An electrician. Let me tell you about one of the worst whoopings I've ever taken in my entire life, bro. Okay, I stroll into jiu-jitsu. This absolute mountain of a man with muscle fibers made out of barbed wire came up to me, put his hands on my back of my neck, and pulled me to the ground like a red-headed stepchild as he proceeded to manhandle me like a victim and his prey. No, like a predator and his prey. Absolutely destroying me, man. Do you know what he was? He was a lineman. He was the man that fixes the lines. And, dude, I felt every bit of anger that man felt, bro. And let me tell you, dude, electricians, bro, they're like the Gucci gang of the blue-collar people, dude. They're over here being like, yo, that'd be $5 grand for the wire, another $3 grand for the electricity tape, another $2 grand because it smells like booty in here, and another $1 grand for personal damages. And it's just like, but what do you mean by personal damages? 2,500 for personal damages. I was like, but wait, what do you mean? $3 grand for personal damages and an extra 500 for emotional distress. Well, those are two the same thing. We can keep going. That's how I feel about electricians, and the truth is, bro, I need to make friends with an electrician. I'm trying to collect the blue-collar homies like Pokemon, bro. I got a plumber right now. I have a carpenter. I need to get an electrician, bro. I need to get an electrician. I'm trying to get that fat electrician collab, bro. At some point, I need to get that. Okay? If I can collect the fat electrician in my infinity gauntlet of blue-collar homies, I've won in life, bro. That's what I need to do. Bro, listen, that's just what I gotta do. Electricians, bro, dude, they're in max aura, and if you don't realize it, it's because you've never needed an electrician. These men walk in like they're Frodo Baggins with the one ring walking in the Mordor. Everybody knows they're that motherfucker, but he constantly gets underestimated. Max aura. A therapist. Here's the truth, dog. I don't know why therapists get a bad rap, but they're unironically like brain wizards, bro. Like the way that they can literally like unravel you like a master surgeon and then find every single insecurity in their psyche. Like I have a YouTube video where I go to a therapist and we film the entire thing and you just watch me slowly unravel over the course of an hour. No, like that's an actual video idea that I've had, but I need to get one of my therapist buddies to kind of do this for me. I got one, and I'm trying to see if he would be down. We have to build a whole set for it, and I think that'd be kind of a funny video, but brother, I'm worried. I'm worried the stuff I'm saying, dog. They be unraveling me. Okay, and the truth is, man, that was like, so I thought about either being a physical therapist or like an actual therapist if the YouTube stuff never took off. And who knows, dog, like, listen, if we're in the saving up the cast game, bro, go back to school, become a therapist. That is in the cards, bro. That is in the cards. I think that'd be lit. That'd be fun, dude. I'm not even, I still think about that. Like, that'd be kind of a fun thing to do. I'm not even gonna lie. And because people fascinate me, man. And I'm gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna sound kind of low-key like a psychopath right now. But I think one reason I like combat sports and like to be like grappling is I like pushing somebody to a point where they are faced at the crossroads of, are you going to break or are you going to be the dog? Let me tell you something, dog, okay? I can tell pretty quickly whether you're going to be the type of person where your body's going to break before your mind does. And like you can tell, like when you're grappling with a guy, like when you're wrestling, when they start, their body starts literally like vibrating as they're trying to push, like literally trying to go into different positions. Their body's starting to fail and they're getting anxious, but they're still going. Do you know how I know you've mentally, like you've been broken and now it's going to be easy for me, like for the remainder of the time? When I feel this, you're cooked! I won, bro. I'm smiling. The moment I see you go, you've accepted defeat. You are done. You are done. I'm going to sound like Conquest for a second, bro. I'm going to sound like Conquest from Invincible. I want you to resist. Give me something to work against, dog. Give me remind me why you're here. Remind me, bro. Do you get bullied as a kid? Is that what brought you to combat sports? Is that why you're here? But maybe was it your dad? Did your dad do that to you? Was it something like that? Like, what brings you over here? What motivates you? Tell me. I was like, well, actually, don't actually tell me. Show me the dog that survived that, man. That's what I want to know. And I think that's why I like it. Striking and grappling, it's kind of like the difference between sprinting and long distance. You can be broken over a sprint, but it's very quick, and you can rationalize it to yourself and say that I got caught. If you get broken in wrestling, your soul was broken. You were broken slowly, dude. And that's how I look at therapy as well, bro. Therapists, high aura, bro. They scare me. They're like thought wizards, man. Oil rig workers. I respect you guys, and you guys are really cool, and I always try to ask, but like, I do low-key kind of pity you a little bit. Oh yeah, but we make bank. Do you like your family? Like, no, I'm being for real. What I gotta provide, and I respect you for that. But like, okay, that's another thing, bro. There's a lot of oil rig workers that I've spoken to. I don't think you like your family. You want me to tell you I had a devious read one time, man. There was an oil rig worker that was talking about how he's gone 8 months out of the year, and his wife that he doesn't have a kid with, he's like, oh yeah, man, she's just at home, and it's a really great life. And I just remember being like, so like, do you have a good relationship with her? Oh yeah, she's all right. Let me tell you what I think's happening. I think that he is low-key waiting for her to cheat so he can end it. Dude, I'm sorry. When, like, there's sometimes when this is gonna sound like the biggest pick-me shit that I've ever heard, bro. You can tell a lot by a person by what they say to strangers about their significant other. Like, you can tell a lot by them, okay? Like, you can tell how how nonchalant versus, like, how much they actually care. Like, I'll say this right now. There's a list of things. I might do red flags in friends. Do we want a red flags in friends one? I'll say this right now, bro. Again, this isn't on no pick-me shit. This is just how I view, like, discipline and, like, ideology. I can't be friends with a guy that I know you cheated on your wife. I just can't be friends with you. Because if you cheat on the woman you married, bro, I am literally the most disposable malt effer there is. Bro, I'm sorry. Oil rig workers, I'm putting you mid. Yeah, I'll put you in mid above teachers, above animal control, above manager. Yeah, I think that's valid. I think that is. A farmer. A humble farmer, bro. Let me tell you something, man. I think we're going to run to a point where being a farmer is going to be something like, oh yeah, I farm. You have a garden. I'm already seeing people say that they like, I planted 3 tomatoes. I'm like a farmer. Are you, Stacy? Are you really? Are you really a farmer? Like, I get it. Like, 100%. Like, listen, get them green thumbs, baby. But at the same time, like, be so for real right now. You garden as a hobby, and you don't want to ice the rabbits because they're too cute. I've had this problem quite a bit. I've had this conversation quite a bit, bro. But when we're looking at farmers, bro, like, no. A real legit flannel wearing, like, chewing, like, you already know what he's chewing, and that ain't Zen's, dog. Like, you already know. Like, when I'm looking at a farmer, bro, this is gonna sound sus. This is a hard man, bro. I'm sorry. When I'm looking at a farmer, I'm putting them high aura, bro. That's a high aura position. I don't even need to elaborate. Farmer, high. No question. Got to put them there. And there you go. Those are jobs/occupations with the most aura. Okay. Yes, this is kind of a remake, but part of the reason I'm doing that is because I want to get very specific on some of these job titles and go more in depth on some of these, as opposed to, like, I literally rank the entirety of the military together outside of certain occupations in there. Okay. If you want this, if you want a volume 2 or 3 to this, please consider a like, comment, and subscribe. Like the video, and we will come back to these. And we're starting streaming. I've already said that multiple times. But yeah, no, I actually swing by. I actually have a lot of fun talking with you guys. And it's weird because I wasn't used to it. And I'm still, like, learning the ropes of it. But, like, I had a lot of fun in the first one. And you guys seem to enjoy it. I feel like I want to introduce more of that just because of how much you guys liked it, okay? And again, like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 300,000 subs before the end of the year. And with all that out of the way, I will see you all in the next video. Adios, guys.